Hey, before the video begins, remember to hit the like button and subscribe, and Sakura will give you mouth to mouth. Yo, what is up, guys? This is your boy World Ultimate, and today I have a discussion video asking what makes a good Naruto game. Now, before we do get into this type of content, type of video, remember to hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. And I am your host, World Ultimate. So let's get into it. Okay, so what makes a good Naruto game? I feel like this question gets asked a lot, by people in the community. And it's one of those things where it really just comes down to personal preference of what makes a good Naruto game. I mean, let's just open the windows, okay? Let's smell the ramen, okay?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Majority of the fighting community, from what I've heard and seen, want a Naruto Fighters. And I can understand why, because Dragon Ball Fighters, when it dropped, did amazing. The gameplay, the fighting mechanics, the graphics, the dramatic finishes, and just like the player base when it came to like tournament level gameplay. Watching people like what's that dude's name, Sonic Fox, and that Goichi guy, I think that's how you say his name, and the other dude, what's his name, I don't know his name. He starts with an F. I think I seen a video of them saying how they both go ultra instinct at each other.
Here we go, Cell right now on the Dragon Rush. How often do you see Goats get DR'd like this? There we go, rolling crush for the knockdown. What you got for me? IAD? Oh, he managed the spark attack with the perfect attack, the buffet attack. Let's go. Oh, you think you're perfect? You think you're perfect? Hey, this is perfect Cell, baby. Okay, that sparking got rinsed. That sparking got wasted right there. Oh my, no way! Fenrich was
So yeah, watching like that in a competitive space when it's has to do with anime games is something I think is really dope, and it does fighters justice just because it brings more attention to like the competitive space. I know back in the day, I think a lot of people were playing Storm 4, and like I think they had a tournament. I don't know which tournament it was, but I know Afro Senju was in the tournament, and a lot of people, I think he said how people were like making fun of them for playing Storm 4 competitively because it wasn't a competitive game. So like it hits all the check boxes why a Naruto game should become a fighters game. Like I can understand why people would want that for so many good reasons, but then there's the other side of the spectrum. And it's like people like me. So I don't play fighters. I've tried to like get into it. Not saying I don't like Dragon Ball Z. I think Dragon Ball Z is probably my favorite anime, which is kind of weird because I don't really express how I love Dragon Ball Z. I don't play as much Dragon Ball Z games as I used to. So it's kind of weird that I'm saying that, but I don't know why, but Dragon Ball just has like a special place in my heart. I don't even upload that much Dragon Ball Z content, but yeah, for some reason Dragon Ball just has a special place in my heart. I don't know. But yeah, I feel like a Naruto Fighters game makes sense just because of how Dragon Ball Fighters did so well. But then but on the other side of the spectrum, you have people like me. And this is someone who doesn't play fighters as much as I wish I could. I've tried to get into fighters, but I just don't put in the time to go into the lab and like learn all the combos and pick a character that I really want to play as. I don't really do that stuff. I'm more of like a casual player. And that's like the other side of this. It's like if you're a casual player, I feel like you wouldn't want a fighters game. I remember I was playing Dragon Ball Fighters with my cousin, and he was complaining a lot about how like he didn't like the game. I'm like, what is there not to like? Like the game looks good, it plays good. It's Dragon Ball, like we grew up on that. We used to grow up playing Tenkaichi 3, so like, you know what I mean? Like, why doesn't he like this game? And it occurred to me, he's trash, right? He's trash at the game. And no, I think he knows who he is. No disrespect to you, bro, I love you, but he was trash at Dragon Ball Fighters, so he automatically said, no, I don't like this game. He started mentioning how we should play Tekken, but I'm just like, bro, I'm not trying to play Tekken. No disrespect to Tekken. I'm not a Tekken player. I'm not a Tekken fan, so I'm just not going to play Tekken. But he, like, suggested that we play Tekken. So I was like, what? Like, why not? Why don't you want to play Dragon Ball Fighters? And it occurred to me that because, not to say he's a casual player, he plays a lot more games than I do. Like, he'll be playing Black Ops, all that other stuff. But it occurs to me that someone who is casual, like me or him, when it comes to, like, I guess in the fighting game area, don't have the time to, like, learn combos and do all that, because you just want to play. You want something simplistic like Storm 4 or Xenoverse or something like Strikers, you know? So I feel like that's the other side of the coin. I think a lot of other people want something that is Storm 4 driven, something that kind of represents Storm 4, or something like Strikers or Xenoverse. Me personally, if I'm being super honest, for me, what makes a cool Naruto game is something I can play with friends. I would want to play something that's 4 players, something that has like a co-op aspect to the game, but there's also like that single player game mode, something that has like that Strikers feel where you're like doing missions together, but you also have like, oh, you know, someone's in danger, I want to help him, like just like in the anime, you know, they'll be fighting somebody and then boom, another dude comes in and it's like, oh hey, I can help you out. I think with Strikers, it really dropped the ball when it came to that. I feel like Strikers had so much potential to be like something great, as something that really, really, really represented the anime, and it just didn't. For me, it didn't hit like it was supposed to. But I mean, I've seen so many videos talk about this too. I feel like, and this is like in general, obviously you see it around, like when it comes to like anime games. I think our expectation versus reality is so like, it's just like, it's two different like scenarios with that. Like our expectation on anime games to this day is just like not where it should be. I think we give like anime games like the biggest hype ever, and like we always get like either let down over, like it's underwhelming, or it's just not like, it's just not it. Like it's just not it. Now, this is the list of things that I would want for a Naruto game. I would want a really cool cooperative 4-player multiplayer type of gameplay. One thing I've noticed that Strikers does right with its game is that like it brings people together with the 4-player co-op mechanic. So that's like 4 versus 4, right? So like that's like 8 people. I would want something like that. I want it more in depth, more like I want more detail. I want more features. I want it to be like one of those games where you can pick it up and play. And if you can make it like a 4-player split screen co-op, couch co-op, I mean, I miss those days, man, where you could have couch co-op. I mean, if you can't, if it's like kind of like a limitation, okay, make it like online for a 4-player co-op, but make it like 4-player co-op. Obviously a bunch of characters, but I feel like Naruto, like especially with the Storm series, has never let us down when it comes to characters. I feel like maybe there's like maybe 1 or 2 characters that like should have been in the game that we never got, like the swordsman of the mist or whatever. But like, I mean, you know, like that's fine. Like I feel like Naruto always delivers when it comes to like the character roster. I don't know if that's the 3rd or 4th, but the 4th one for me is obviously graphics. Game has to look beautiful, game has to play good. And then 5, the gameplay. This is like the most important thing. This is the core of the game. It's a game, right? So it has to have good gameplay. I feel like if we had something that is also open world, right? So it's open world. So kind of like maybe like an MMO, but it also has that competitive gameplay to it. So something like fighters. So like, you know, if we see the game in tournaments, it can like have that competitive aspect. I know you're probably thinking like, how the hell is this game going to be open world and also be competitive at the same time? That just doesn't make any sense. If there's a way they can make a game mode for competitive play and then somehow make it so there's like a story mode to it, or just make it both, that would be insane to me. And like you can like, you know, in the open world you can like pick up like new jutsus and learn it from other people. And you can have a what's it called? The Kekka Genkai. You can get like a Kekka Genkai. You can like start out from saying, hey, like I'm from the Uchiha clan and I have the Sharingan, or you can change your backstory to say my mom gave me the four tails in my belly button. You know, like she didn't want the four tails to hurt like the village, so she put it in my belly button. Like, I don't know.
Okay.
Like something where you can have like an origin, and you can like, you know, like have like this open world. And I don't know, like maybe it could out. I feel like that would turn into like a multiplayer. I think for me I think that's it. I think for me it would be like a MMO type of thing, or something that's like 4 players. Something that this has where you can play with other people, not just like 1 versus 1 or like 3. Like I want something where you can play with other players. That for me that would make a cool Naruto game, but also have that anime aspect or manga aspect, whatever you want to say. I'm saying anime because it's animated, so you're seeing these things. I want something like that, something that can like deliver on that and just give me the authentic Naruto feel that I've been wanting for so long. I think something like that, like for me, hands down would be like what I want. And I mentioned all these other things like Kakarot, because Kakarot for like by no means is a bad game. It's just underwhelming. This is because of the cutscenes and the repetitive gameplay. But I feel like something like that, maybe with open world. And like something with like customization with Xenoverse, or I mean Xenoverse customization isn't that bad, but I wouldn't say I want Xenoverse customization. I want something broader than that, but something like Xenoverse or Strikers, because Strikers also has customization, and it's something that plays like fighters or can play like fighters, or just have something that is like heavy on the mechanics, something like that. If we can get something like that, I feel like that to me would be the ultimate Naruto game. But that is just my opinion. Let me know in the comment section below what would make your favorite Naruto game. Would it be something that is fighters heavily inspired, something that's like Xenoverse / Striker, something like One Piece World Seeker where it's open world, or Kakarot? Let me know in the comment section what would make your perfect Naruto game. This has been your boy War Ultimate. Thank you so much for watching this, and more videos like this coming into the future. Stay safe and have a nice day.